Welcome back to Meeting Minutes, Ottawa County Board of Commissioners meetings conveniently recapped in 3 minutes or less. Today we're covering the November 11th Standing Committee meetings. If you see something you'd like to know more about, I'll include a timestamp right here, helping you find it in the YouTube recording and on the agenda. Remember, since we have 2 meetings to cover, there are 2 separate recordings on YouTube and 2 separate agendas. It is worth noting that while we don't include it in our recaps, there was also an Appointment and Alignment Committee meeting, and there's a recording available on YouTube for that too. Let's get started with the Planning and Policy Committee. First, the committee voted to approve an agreement accepting a donation of over 15 acres of land from Bow Van West Land Company, LLC, to expand Riley Trails in Park Township, and approved an agreement with the Road Commission and a trail easement for a segment of the Idema Explorers Trail in Allendale, which paves the way, figuratively, to eventually pave the way, literally. There was also a vote to approve an agreement for dredging the area around Ottawa Beach Marina due to record low water levels. Next, the board voted on updates to the risk management policy that have been in limbo for the last few weeks. That was approved and should be finalized at the next board meeting. We saw a brief update from the Community Action Agency and full annual reports from the Facilities Maintenance and Human Resources departments. That's all for planning and policy. Stay tuned for finance and administration. First, the committee approved the statement of review and accounts payable claims for October. That's part of their standard monthly rhythm, before moving on to approve a grant agreement between the Michigan Housing Development Authority and Good Samaritan Ministries for homelessness prevention services. Our Community Action Agency acts as the fiduciary of that grant when it's approved each year. The committee then approved a contract with Fishbeck for environmental assessment services using funds awarded by the EPA back in May to be used for brownfield redevelopment, and approved a purchase agreement for a conservation easement of 80 acres of farmland in Chester Township, paid for by donations, grants, and private funding. This ensures that no matter who owns the property in the future, it will remain farmland. A 1-year contract extension with Lakeshore Regional Entity was approved to help fund our community health substance use prevention services. The committee approved a resolution on the project plan for the $10 million bond issuance to Hope College that we discussed in the last video, and we approved a 5-year contract with Senior Resources of West Michigan. We saw personnel upgrades for the prosecutor's office and community mental health, and the transition of a part-time fund development specialist from the Ottawa County Parks Foundation to now fall under the county's Parks and Recreation Department, with each sharing a portion of the cost. Then we saw a detailed report from the Ottawa Conservation District, a brief update from our Treasury Department about jobs numbers and interest rates, and a discussion about the continuation of support for Good Samaritan Ministries' eviction prevention program. Finally, the Board of Commissioners took a moment to thank Gary Rozema, as he and Ron France have wrapped up their time here as interim administrator and interim deputy for the past 10 months. I've had the pleasure of working alongside Gary and Ron, and it's safe to say their experience and dedication have made a huge difference for Ottawa County leadership, staff, and most importantly, residents. So thank you, Gary and Ron. Aww. Well, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below if you have any questions, and make sure to tune in for our next episode following the full board meeting on November 25th. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.